All right. You're down in the Inferno tunnels, if you remember. You jumped down a well, or what seemed to be a well. It was like a shaft down to a pool. And Mr. Pierce is still in his demon form. And everybody's down there with you. How are you feeling? How are you all feeling at the moment?
I don't know. Why did we jump down here?
You were going down to defuse the bombs that Demolition Derek left.
Yes, the bombs, because we preempted murdered Derek.
Demolition Derek.
Yes, Derek. And then we found out that his bombs were on a timer.
Yes.
Which just makes him an even bigger. So Demolition Derek the Dick. And now we got and I'm trying to remember the wizard's name, but he wasn't very helpful.
Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze.
So he sort of like blessed you guys with like a sixth sense.
Yeah.
Yes, so we can trace that was it, and then we had the fight with the spiders. Yes.
Yeah. And the fight with the spiders, jumped down a hole into some hot water.
Yes.
Got yourself out, and you were looking upon a cavernous area.
Somebody ate Bogey's bollocks. That was it. Yeah, I remember that.
They what?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, Bogey landed on somebody's head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm remembering that. It's all coming back to me.
Yeah. And so what's in front of you now? You've all sorted yourselves out, brushed yourselves off, and the time of day, not that you would know because you're underground, it's nighttime basically, because you arrived at this place pretty much at dusk.
Yes.
And so it's night. It's hot down here, very hot. You can see the steam like sort of blanketing the ceiling of this place, and it's all sort of like just dusty, gravelly underfoot, like black sort of gravel. And you can see, I think I mentioned this last time, they are like lava wells, man-made lava wells, or magma wells, should I say, that basically provide an underfloor heating system. And where you are, okay.
What the hell?
No idea. That was me.
All right.
He just started playing a video.
Well, when you're off Pornhub, we'll carry on. So you can see like around these magma wells, they sort of illuminate the area slightly. And what Despot notices is that there seems to be a humanoid figure sitting. He looks very dark. His skin, he looks short and stubby. And he looks sort of all one color, like a brown. And he's just sitting, like leaning on his knees, leaning over, just staring at the ground.
Is it me, or is the steam affecting my optics? Do you see the same thing?
Oi!
There's no movement when you say oi.
Interesting.
Is there a rock like near me I can throw?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be big and airy, and it's going to chase us.
Despot can see it, so it's short.
It's dwarven or gnomish height, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
or
about
very
that.
small human.
Yeah, that's what you can see.
It didn't like they'd work. Wait, didn't work. Yo, Cyril, you all right over there? Hello, mate.
The headlight looks around. then goes back to its position.
Interesting.
Did Piercy throw a rock at it?
Well, I think he was tempted to, but then after everyone's like descriptions, he's like, just put it down. He's still in this new form, so he's not speaking English. He's
Boulder.
huh? Oh,
I'll try and go up close to the
yeah, I'll
gem.
let you. Go on then, Becky. Yeah. Go on, you go. Yeah. You go.
How are you approaching? And is it all of you approaching?
So this is me behind Despot.
Okay, so you're behind this spot.
I'm just gonna go just a casual, like, is everything alright?
So you can go up to it and talk to it.
Go,
Yes.
go my rear.
You as you walk up to it, you can see that this person is like metallic. Their whole body has like a metal effect to it. And next to him he has like it's a hammer, like a big hammer, the same color as its body, and it looks up at you, and its eyes are just metallic, like no pupil or anything like that, just metallic, the same as its skin, and it looks down back into its same position. One of the So where are you standing? So you're right near this thing, yeah?
I'm right beside, like, almost beside it, like.
So is Seb, and where's everybody else? Are they just still back where you were?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm right behind Despot. I'm right behind old DB.
So next to you is one of these magma wells, and you feel a slight rumbling in the ground as it flares up. The light flares up, and some magma starts to bubble out, and loads of heat, searing heat, comes out of this thing, and you can feel it. You're not close enough that it would hurt you, but you can feel it from where you're standing. You're about sort of 10 feet away from it, and this thing, it moves. Right, it stands up right in front of you, walks straight towards you.
In a violent way, or just casually walking towards us?
Casually.
And I'm not gonna go show any aggression,
So,
but I will if I'll go
sorry.
hold an action. If
Okay.
it does try and hit me,
Yeah.
I'll retaliate.
All right then. It picks up its hammer and it walks straight past you. Doesn't even look at you. And gets its hammer, puts it on the side of this well, and starts adjusting it. And you can see like these valves are closing on it, and it settles the well down. And once he's got it under control, he stands there for a bit and then walks back to its original seat, which is just a little rock. Doesn't pay any attention to you whatsoever.
Okay. What is it? Is it like a mech? Is it animated? Is it a
Earth Genasi?
is it a despot, or is it my brain's dead?
Warforge.
No, you're a Warforged, or is it animatronic, like the clean cut grass? Come on, what is he?
Oh,
Whatever one of them is.
automaton.
Automaton, yes, that one.
You can roll me history if you want.
History.
Yes.
They ain't got no shit. Ooh, what's my history? +3, 22.
Okay, that's good. You search your memory banks, and you remember reading about.
Okay, I'm well educated, yeah.
an ancient race called the Azur.
Azure.
Azur.
Very nice. Make nice coffee.
So it is a race of beings which are
Interesting.
metallic. They are made of copper, and normally their heads would be flaming, and so would their weaponry. But theirs, well, this one is not.
Huh.
Does it mean he's deflated?
Here, fella, are you down here? Are you down here working for the man? You're allowed to talk to me, you know.
He looks up at you, and then looks down. Does not respond.
Oh, that's not very nice. I'm trying to be friendly. Trying to be all friendly like.
The other well flares up in the room. It walks over. Exactly. Yeah, but as he walks, so he walks across this cavern to the other one, and as this thing flares up, it illuminates an area in the center of the cavern, which is like a naturally formed pillar, and around the base of this pillar are bombs.
And what if so that's one cluster of bombs. There's two more.
3 more.
Well, there was 4 bombs.
4 bombs.
Okay.
And this metal chap doesn't seem at all phased by these bombs. He's kind of paying no specific attention to them.
No, he's just walked past them. He almost kicked one.
God.
Oh bloody hell!
All right.
I think at least we found one of them. One cluster.
Can I? One moment. Sorry, carry on. All I think.
Well, it's all right. I was just going to go. We've got to try and figure out how to disband these things. You know, stop them from going boom. What can we do to stop them from going boom?
In Seb's extensive memory banks, where he read about this Azure, did he read what kind of language it spoke, or whether it was had its own tongue?
Yes, he did. He did indeed with the 22, and he recalls it. It speaks Ignan.
That's not even on the list of languages that I can learn. So I can speak 6 languages, and it ain't one of them.
All right. Okay. Cool. Just checking.
So he doesn't speak. Does he speak sign language? Because that's what it'll get for not talking to me. Right. Forget him. If he don't want to talk to us, he don't want to talk to us. We've got to figure out how to put these bombs out. If we push them into the lava, will they go boom? Yes, probably. If we push them into the water, will they go boom? Or will that put them out?
Yeah. Do these bombs have like wicks? And I don't know what you call them. Obviously not wicks, but you know, like the.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, to look.
I'm assuming that they're magic bombs because they got a timer.
So looking at them, you can see straight away without any investigation that they're all like wired together with, you wouldn't know this is wire because it hasn't been invented, right? In this world, but it's like a thin metal, which is wire, right? They're all wrapped together, coming out the top of these like typical spherical bombs, right? And there's about 20 of them all tied together, really small, sort of like fit in the palm of a small person's hand.
Fair enough. I don't want to carry one if it's going to go boom because they're on a timer. He told us they're on a timer, and I won't believe him.
You can see a tag is attached to it as well with a rune.
A rune. Ah, right. Okay. Because it was Haroon. Okay. Oh, I can speak dwarf. What does the rune say?
The rune says seal.
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 They're named after. Yeah. What kind of seal? As in a seal.
Okay, sealed.
Oh, sealed.
Right. Okay. Sealed. 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 That still doesn't help me. So, I mean, of course they're sealed. They're spherical. Don't be open. Do I drop them in the water and hope they think deep enough so that when they blow up, nothing happens? Will the water absorb it?
Where is the water?
The water's about, let's say, 30 feet from where the bombs are now.
Okay. If in that case, if it's if we doing that plan, trying that plan, I'll try make it go further down by just jet hosing it down with pressure. With create water.
Okay.
If we're gonna go with that plan.
Yeah. So the physics checks out on that. Yep. I love that. I'll just give like a non-distinguishable nod and thumbs up with my 4 hands.
Oh,
yeah, you don't actually know what they're saying. You're still like ebbing in and out of consciousness. You're going from like hell to reality back to.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Pierce is now a match champ. It's canon.
Yeah, match champ. So is that your plan? Is that what you're going to do?
Sebastian hasn't got any ideas, and that seems to be the best one yet.
So let's go with it.
Sorry, remind me how I get myself back into Mr. Pierce form again.
You can just say I'm going back to Mr. Pierce form.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. I'll wait for
I choose to transform.
No, I'll stay in this state for a while. Carry on.
The Azur walks back to where he was sitting before, and again, actually nudges a bomb by accident this time.
What does it activate anything?
It doesn't do anything.
We got water and we got lava.
I know one thing that we're not gonna go do. That's being smart.
How deep is the pool?
The pool was deep enough to take a Mr. Pierce jumping from, I think it was, I want to say 20 feet, from 20 feet up and bombing. And Mr. Pierce in his demon form, so a large creature.
Touche.
It's just like, it's that whole you put a bomb in water and the water absorbs the
shockwave.
Yeah. If we put it in the lava, I'm assuming the lava would explode it, right?
Yes. Logically, yes.
Yeah, but this is D&D. Nothing's logical. What do you reckon, Piercy?
Whoa.
Oh, well done. Yes. He likes it. What are we doing?
So we'll go try to get off the stalagmite / title pillar and try drown it.
We're going to try and drown.
Okay.
And I'll spend, if we're able to do it, I'll spend a spell point for create water.
Okay. So you're gonna like hose it down, or you're just gonna add water to the pool, yeah?
Add water to the pool but trying to push the bomb further down by the pressure.
Ah, okay, yeah. So get it as far down as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
It's a shame that sleep won't work on bombs. Actually,
So you grab these cluster of bombs. Who's picking them up, and where is everybody else? So,
Mr. Pierce is the only one sort of like able to take the hit if they do go off. So
he doesn't actually know what you're talking about. He has no idea what's going on. He's, like you said, he's ebbing in and out of reality. When he's down in hell, he's having like his testicles twisted off by some demon. And he's back up in reality and almost forgetting what had happened. And then he's going back down again and being burnt alive and stabbed with hot pokers.
It's all right. Just Gongo and Bogey are going to both pick it up together.
Oh, assist.
I'm going to stand back and hide behind the robot man.
Okay. He doesn't move. He's quite hot though. Not in that way.
Huh. Cool.
Smoking.
Go, I would.
So you pick it up and nothing happens. Like the label doesn't do anything. You pick it up. Yes. And you take it over to the pool and you tell me what happens. Just tell me what you're doing and I will tell you.
So as soon as they drop it into the pool, I instantly point my finger and like a jet,
gadget watering gun.
pretty much,
Okay.
and a high pressured.
Give me a. I'm going to ask for a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
All three of you are. All three of you are carrying it. We'll have a no, not Seb, Gongo, Bogey, and Despot. So all three of you can roll a sleight of hand.
You're gonna blow up. You're gonna blow up.
Oh, definitely I am.
Oh God.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, 8 for bogey.
Yeah, Gongo's a +0, so that'll be a 3.
Oh my God.
And I got a -1, so it was 6.
Yeah.
Easy, lads.
God. All right. You pick it up. They're all looped around like some central wire, which goes through all of them, and loads of them start falling off and start rolling around all over the place. You have like 4 of them in your hand, and the others, a couple of them are rolling towards where the wells are, and it's like spitting out little hot rocks from it, little bits of magma, and you've got like magma. 4 bombs that are rolling straight towards all this superheated stuff, but the others in your hand are fine.
So I was hiding behind the robot dude.
Yeah.
Sitting next to this magma.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm obviously going to see these bombs rolling. I'm going to dive from behind and just do the like that, but quicker.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Ah, good. I was going to say athletics. That's not athletics. Acrobatics is +7, 25.
It's fine. You land in front of them. Two of them. You grab with your arms like that as you're lying on the floor, getting like little bits of magma dripping on your back and that. You're like,
Oh.
and but you shield them. You shield them, and another one like comes to rest right on your groin.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
So there's 4 altogether. Like there's 2 at the top. There's 1 by your leg, and then one on your groin. As all these things that can easily initiate them
Oh!
are spitting on you.
Oh! Oh!
Somebody communicating with Mr. Pierce.
It's just oh!
You're standing there, ugh. No idea what's going on.
I'm just gonna like, excuse me, Mr. Robot Man. Excuse me, please. Pretty, please help me. Pretty.
You feel the same slight rumble
No.
as before.
Well, I'm gonna go drop the bombs that I have in my hand into
Into
the
the
pool of
pool.
water.
All right, then you chuck those into the pool, and Seb is lying there, and you can see the glow of the well behind him.
Right. I'm cast charm person on the Azure guy fella. Wisdom saving throw.
The thing is, right? He's already charmed.
All
His
right.
wisdom save was 13, but
And he would have failed against my charm.
he would have
Already charmed.
He's already charmed. But he moves his head as he sees it starting to flare up. You still got the spider there. The spider's not doing anything.
But the spider doesn't have like opposable thumbs. To pick
He
anything
can
up.
shoot you with web.
As web.
So I cast charm, but it does nothing. He just looks at me.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Sorry about that, but yeah, he's already charmed.
It's the bastard.
Hogan, assistance, shoot,
So
try
what?
to get the
I've got
sword
one-
guy.
I've got one in each hand.
Yeah,
One in your
Rested
bollocks.
against my crutch.
yeah.
Where's the other one?
The other one's down by your feet.
Oh, yeah. Over. Oh.
Hogan, lasso.
Imagine.
What are you, a gnome? No, halfling.
Halfling.
My halfling.
Reb the halfling.
Grab the halfling.
He's your beast. So like goes, and Webb's the halfling, and straight away Seb's like on the floor, and then he's covered in web. Seb covered in web. Man web.
Mm.
And now what?
I still
Don't move. Just move him away from the magma and more closer to the pool of water. So
Okay,
you
yeah.
can drop the bombs in there.
So wrapped up almost. He pulls him in, like ropes him in, and just as this thing starts to flare up and spit out some more magma, and then the Azure gets up and adjusts it, but he pulls you pretty much out of harm's way of that well, at least. 3.
Wales. Ah. Cool.
That was really weird. Don't do that again.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, Seb's out of danger.
Yay, but now covered in web.
Yeah, but not like wrapped up or anything. So you're not like restrained.
It's still one in the hand, one web to me nuts, and one web to me foot.
Yeah, so as you were pulled along, that one like by your nuts and your feet, they just like rolled with your body.
Fine. If I could see the water, I'm just going to go.
Okay. You throw them and they bounce and they go in, those two, because you're not too far from the water now.
I'm just it's
And just
picking the one off of my nuts very gently. like so gently.
I feel like being a dick, but I'm not going to go down there.
Yeah, you get that one off your nuts.
Oh, thank you. And as I someone trying to hurt me too.
That's what we're gonna do. Bang!
I mean, yeah, it's just the one on my foot. Again, the same, just peeling off. I'm just going to throw it.
Okay, they all go in the water. And is anybody near the water's edge?
Yeah, because I'm going to be spraying them down to the bottom.
You're going to be dousing them. So
Yeah.
your lot have started to descend further, obviously, and then these ones have gone in now.
Mm.
And you can see that they're sinking.
Cool.
But that's it.
Au revoir, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, fuck off.
Successfully done, and you didn't need to douse them either. And you didn't, did you? You waited.
So that is one cluster down. I'm assuming
3 more to go.
we've got more clusters.
So opposite past this pillar, there's only one obvious
Way out.
way further in, and you can see, apart from crisscrossing tracks from where the Azure has been going to different wells, you can see that there's a lot of tracks around where the bombs were, and then those tracks, they go further in as well. And there's only really one way. And I don't know if you remember this, but around sort of like the upper walls in this place, there are much smaller holes as well, and they've got some kind of like gloopiness on them, like some kind of substance.
So there's either slugs, snails, or some sort of mushroom. We know how much this DM loves mushrooms.
I love a mushroom.
I'd hate to think what your teenage years were like, Dan.
I wish.
I'm going to use my spider sense. Like, that way.
It's the only way. Yeah, it's either that way or back up.
Yeah, it's like my telepathic sense is telling me to go that way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah, me too. Good. Let's go that way then.
yeah, you can all feel it, and it is pulling you that way. So who's going first?
I'm probably going first.
Leroy! I almost
Do you
feel like
really?
occasionally I do the Leroy Jenkins bit. I mean, I was the first one to cannonball into the wall.
Right, so you go in and you go through this tunnel, and it's a fairly tightish tunnel. But as you get to the end, you notice that it opens up to another cavernous area, which you can see on the far side. It opens up even further into a larger area. So this is about 40 foot in length and about 30 foot in width, give or take.
There's gonna be a bad guy in here.
Within this chamber, there are some more wells, as expected. There's no Azure, but there is a strange fire.
A strange fire.
Which is burning over one of the wells.
Interesting. If I introduce myself to the fire, will it be strange anymore? Or will we be acquaintances?
You see this fire.
I do.
You see it walk.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's about the
Oh,
same
shit.
height as Seb.
Oh, it's a little mini elemental. Hello,
And
little mini elemental.
you,
Or a very small fire genasi.
you see this fire. There's a rock, a big rock, and it flamethrows this rock and melts it into a little lava stream. Then walks to another rock and does the same thing again.
That's good. Back behind Despot. You shut up.
Oh yeah, make me that was allergic to fire.
Oh, fine. Hello, Mr. Little Fire Dude. You all right? Yes. All good?
It turns and flares up, white hot. Same size.
Our friends. We come in peace. Nanu, Nanu.
What language are you doing this in?
I don't fucking know. Made out of fire. Abyssal.
Have you got Abyssal, yeah?
I do have Abyssal. How quickly can I run through all of my languages? So it's like, salut, bonjour, ciao. Are we the same? Just throw everything at it.
It doesn't seem to understand any of them.
Admittedly, I threw like goodbye in there, but it's fun.
And it's flaring up and it melts as like a show of dominance. It melts two rocks either
And
side of
I
it.
just head goes down. Like, yes, you are the greatest. Stop. Please give up. Hands and knees. Just kind of no. Please don't burn me.
It's staying there and it is trying to be as aggressive as it can be.
I grab a stick and start drawing a picture on the floor of a circle with a little cable coming out of it and going like that. You seen any of them? You see these. You see these. Me fuck off.
Persuasion.
See these. Persuasion. I'm good at persuasion. +8, 25.
That's good. That is good. It stops flaring so much, and it seems like it's looking at what you're doing. But it doesn't respond in any way. It just melts a rock next to you.
I know when I'm not wanted.
It then sees the rest of your party and flares up again.
Oh, fucking hell.
Especially when he sees a giant demon lurking in the back.
Yeah, giant spaced out demon. He's just like looking in the corner. All right.
And this time it looks like he's winding up for a flare attack on Seb.
Oh, why me? Animal or animal, or is it a creature? I suppose it's a creature, isn't it?
It's definitely a creature.
I wasted one on the last one. It's like, no, we friends. Yeah, because I don't sign language.
Oh, is that what it was? I was wondering what you were doing with that. All right.
Yeah, that's friend.
All right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this thing hasn't got any hands.
No, we friend.
Is that what you're doing? What's everybody else doing?
Make me happy.
Dragoloth charges.
Thank you.
Oh my god, you're at the back.
Yeah, just like pushes everyone out of the way. And
Athletics to push everyone out the way.
cool. Athletics is...
No, friend.
Mm.
Fuck off.
Oh, a 7.
Yay.
A 7. You're trying to elbow Gongo out the way, and he's like, ugh, elbows you back.
Gongo's so dumb he's got no fear.
And then Bogey doesn't know what's going on, so he just joins in with Gongo and goes, "Ah!" like, as if to attack you. And he just slows you down. You don't quite make it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Can this weird little creature make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
That one.
That one. Yes. Charm you. Charmed. Charmed. Be my friend. Stop fucking trying to shoot us.
It stops flaring.
Yay.
And it turns into a nice little dancing flame in front of you.
Nice little dancing flame. And it's about the same height as me, right?
Yes.
Maybe elemental.
Now that it's stopped flaring up, can I actually tell what it is?
Yeah, you can tell that this is a fire elemental.
Oh, it is a little fire elemental.
Yeah, a small one.
I mean, Dragoloth Pierce wouldn't understand what Seb's just done, so he's just going to keep trying to get through the crowd to attack it. Unless someone like physically stops.
You get to the front.
I'll probably stop him.
Okay, what are you doing? Stop him.
No, like full on, put my heart.
It's going, yo!
Yeah, like full on, stopping him. If I have to, I'll spend a spell point to entangle him.
What?
Like, you know when you
Pick on Pierce.
no, but you know that scene from Fantastic Four.
Yeah, where he wraps up Ben. Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna try and do that with entangle.
Okay.
If I can't physically stop him.
Okay, let's do a contested athletics.
Well, if it's entangle, he needs to do a strength saving throw.
Oh, right, you're going straight for the entangle then?
Yeah, just to go help.
Okay, yeah. So you got to do, strength saving throw then. Is it athletics or is it? I think
No,
it's
that on strength saving throw.
Cool, 21.
You do beat it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go try and stop you as well.
Wisdom.
Contested athletics.
Yeah,
You're going to lose that one as well, Despot.
I know,
Yeah,
but
athletics.
I'll try.
17.
Oh,
you completely bashed right through me.
Yes.
Can I try and confuse him then? Because oh man, I've used all my spell slots.
So you tear through this entanglement, and like it comes up, tries to grab you, and you just walk through it. And then Despot's like, no, please. Oh, not quite as wimpy as that. And you get to the front next to this flame.
And then next to me, because we're having a nice chat.
Mm.
Pithy, halt.
Is it concentration? Is the other one concentration?
I don't think so.
Obviously.
I don't believe the charm is concentration. No, it is not concentration.
Okay, cool. So it's charmed. And how long does it last for? 24 hours?
1 hour.
1 hour. All right.
1 hour.
You got 1 hour of flame, and then go for it. Just do what.
Am I going to try and sweet talk flipping Piercy?
Well, which languages does Seb speak? Because it might interact with one of mine.
Oh, that's well. I've got abyssal, celestial, dwarf, giant, goblin, halfling, and common. So 7.
All right, so I'm abyssal, elfish, and undercommon.
So
we
you
could
can
chat
talk
if we
to
wanted
each other.
I talk to him.
Oh wow! If only we knew that earlier.
Pithy, no, Pithy, Pithy, behave. And I'm just going to kind of, it's like, behave, like just throw all the languages until he suddenly goes, huh?
Oh.
It's that one. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, friend.
Why didn't you say so? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's a bittle. Got it. Program yourself to speak a bittle. You can talk to Piercy. Well done. Yeah. Stay.
Cool.
Hey.
Okay, so now we've got that resolved. You can see in this room that under the dirt where this flame is just hovering at the moment, you can see that there is mosaic tiling. And on the far side there is a fallen statue that looks very similar to the stone walls, the same type of stone, and it looks very, very old and worn.
Does my spider sense tell me that there's a bomb in this room?
It tells you that there is not a bomb in this room.
Okay, see you later. Straight out. We're on a time frame, Pearty, right? So
Okay.
behave yourself.
So going forward, you walk along. What are you doing with your little flame thing?
I'm not gonna shake his hand or anything because it'll hurt. But I just kind of, it's like, pleasure to meet you. Please continue with your work and don't hurt us. We are friends.
Okay. So it just continues
And
melting
you'll
rock.
get-
If
number
you
of
can send a
that
message
bus.
to all, if you can send a message to all of your buddies that are in here as well, that'd be awesome. Because I don't like being burned.
It sort of like flames off around the corner, around the left corner. As you get to the end of this sort of cavernous area, you can see that opens up even higher, and there is a large opening to the left, and there is a small tunnel to the right, and then right in front of you is a very, very wide and high opening where you can see the steam blanket of steam above you, and stalactites, the tips of them piercing out of it. But there is a pillar in the middle of this room straight ahead.
Use my spider sense. Sense bombs follow sense.
You can feel a pull in. Yes, you can feel a pull straight ahead, and you can feel something. It's sort of like pulling you in two directions here. So it's pulling you left and it's pulling you straight ahead. And then there's another one that sort of pulls from between those two. So you can feel it now. You can feel separate senses.
Well, I'm not sure who the guy is, but down there there's a pool and there's a pool and there's another pool.
What, mate?
So, it's that one, or that one. It's either straight on, left, or one in the middle. Apparently.
The tunnel from the right, you feel the thin tunnel from the right. You feel some cooler air blowing in from that tunnel.
But no spidey sense.
No spidey sense.
No spidey sense. Okay, that's the way out.
It seems dry-ish.
That
more,
tunnel definitely hasn't seen any excitement then.
and more comfortable than the environment that you're in at the moment.
Yes, well, it's
Cozy,
sad being
right?
underground. The little fire dude, he went left, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, let's follow the little fire dude.
Okay.
Not sure if that's a good idea. Do you guys think that's a good idea? We got a pool to the left and the little fire dude's gone left.
Mm.
I'm still recovering from Piercy knocking me on my ass.
What?
It's all right, we'll buff out those dents on another time, mate. No worries.
Yeah, Ray. Have you seen The Longest Yard? Where like the great Carly just knocks over someone's like, "Come on, apologize," or "I'm sorry."
Yes, we've all seen that. He broke my nose.
Sadly, I do not understand Abyssal. So you're just talking gobbledygook to me.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I don't have to stab you.
How does it look? Yeah, it looks better. More distinguished. Kind of like a young Michael Jackson.
Lol.
Yes, I know the lines. Great film. But yeah, it's so Abyssal Fred reckons though, and Dented Teapot Reckons that we're all gonna go left.
You're going to go left.
To the left.
So you go around, you can see light emanating from more wells, and you bump into another Azure in this area.
Well, the last one was really useful, so I ain't gonna bother fucking talking to this fella.
And he's doing exactly the same thing. He's basically just maintaining the wells.
I'm just gonna go, nice hammer.
He ignores you.
Of course he does.
On the far end is a tight tunnel. And then towards the far end on the right hand side. So this place is like really open and wide, again, like the area that you were in. And on the right hand side, towards the end of the tunnel, is a slightly wider tunnel.
What do I know about the Azures? I mean, I know they're an ancient race of people and that they speak this language that is not in the 7 that I know. But do I know anything else? So like, are they real? Are they like construct? Do they have a soul? What was their freaking purpose?
You know that they are an elemental.
They're an elemental.
Yes.
They're a metal elemental.
Yes.
Interesting.
And they are natives of the elemental plane of fire.
Okay. Sure.
So do we have kind of an inkling of what they're charmed by, like what they are in this current state? Not really. Is that something we can infer outside of our knowledge?
You could do an arcana on one of them.
Oh, yes, if I can.
But what are you doing to... How are you checking them over magically?
Oh yeah, I probably couldn't do anything in my state. Just gonna go over and sniff it. If there's any...
How can I do something magically?
You probably could, seeing as you have magic in that state.
Hmm. Yeah, fire demon, large fiend. No, I think I'll leave it to someone a bit more magically inclined. So I don't even know if I am. I can't tell from my description. I'm too much of a noob.
So as you're watching this, Azure, he goes over to one of the wells, and instead of like turning some valves on this one because it hasn't flared up, he reaches in and he pulls out a lump of metal, and it just like slumps onto the floor, and it is basically a carbon copy of himself, which is white hot after being taken out.
So they're cloning each other.
And this triggers a memory for Seb when reading up about them, that they reproduce by forging themselves, and they are master miners as well.
It's interesting you say that Seb's reading up on them. Seb's reading up on them. See? Right there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that Seb's reading up on them. Seb's actually reading up on them. Because apparently I've got knowledge on them. So I thought I'd try and get them.
Is the one that's been pulled out of the lava, does they have the head that's on fire, or is that one extinguished as well?
It's on fire momentarily as it starts to stand up and the metal starts to cool, and you can hear the rock pinging underneath its feet as that's being superheated and melted and then cooling again.
Yeah, we really don't want to fight any of these.
It's
These are our friends.
it stands up tall, stands up straight, and then it sort of like loses its composure slightly, slumps over like the others, and the fire extinguishes, and it starts walking around like the other one, almost
All right.
aimlessly.
All right. So it's almost like they've been charmed or cursed into being like docile and losing their power and everything. That's interesting.
Well, that's all right. Well, I'll just give a. I'll kind of bibbidi bobbidi boop him. Now that I've got some knowledge, let's run a because I want to find out why they're charmed.
Oh, okay, yeah. Roll it if you want. You can, yeah. So what are you gonna do? Just look at it and like.
Yeah, basically I'm gonna do 7 stuff.
All right. Then.
Okay.
Roll an Arcana on him while you're doing
My
that.
Arcana
Yeah.
actually isn't that great. 16.
A 16. They are locally charmed. They are locally charmed by a force from above.
I'm not even going to go into the fact now. I'm going to sort of go flippy cappy now. I'm not even going to go into the fact that we're doing this for a bastard wizard, right? Who I'm not really that keen on, right? But these guys are charmed from fellas that are up there, right? And I'm sure that the fact that the group of wizards living in that thing, the reason why these guys are like they are is because of them.
Mm.
These are slaves to their craft. And I tried to charm that one that was in the other room, and I couldn't charm him because he was already charmed, which makes whoever's doing it better than me. And that ain't fair. Wizard of Silent Stone you're talking to right now. Get your act together.
You never did get that recommendation from Blaze, did you? Did you?
No, I didn't, not yet.
All right.
You still got your laser pistol as well.
Oh, bugger. What a bastard.
I'm gonna turn to a rock and I go, you can shut up too.
What did I do?
Yeah. God. So they're charmed by the wizards in this thing. So they're basically just they're slaves.
Yeah, that's what I'd infer as well. Of course, they're useless to us then.
And the little dude that we followed in here has done a runner, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gone.
I suppose at this point, just kind of Matt Hardy. Yeah. I suppose just concentrating these bombs then, because these guys aren't particularly useful.
Yeah. Okay. So the Azars just leave the Azars to doing what they're doing. Follow Spidey sense. Despot, where's your Spidey sense telling you to go?
I'll just go do an area scan.
Scanning.
In fact, I just wanted to just go. What's the beeping for? I just felt like it.
So there's one like the pool changes depending on where you are within these tunnels. It tries to show you the route rather than a direct line. So you've got 2 pulling you back from where you went, and you've got 1 that's pulling you to the tunnel to the right. That's on that because you've walked in from the tunnel. There's 2 tunnels in the end.
We'll keep we're heading to that one, so we'll keep following that one.
Okay.
Onwards, and I'm gonna grab hold of Pierce's leg. Hey.
As you go around, oh sorry, mate.
Oh no, I wasn't saying anything.
So as you go around this turn, it goes for about 20 feet, and then you get to a right turn, which goes immediately into like a T-junction. But on the left is a hollowed out sort of round, perfectly round room, like perfectly round. and it's cool in there. And it looks like it may have been used as sort of a rest area for workers.
Anything resting in there?
You can see it's empty.
I see what they got in there. This can't be just a plain room.
Yeah, you can.
Excuse
so
me.
looking in there, you can see the steam doesn't really go in there. It's just a plain. It is just a plain room. There's nothing in there. But if you want to investigate it further, you can.
Yep. What on these rolls? I got a 9.
9. It's as far as you can tell. It's a plain room.
Nope, got nothing.
But you do notice the temperature drop to a more comfortable 19 degrees.
Okay, I reckon Piercy's going to head back to his normal form now, because I think he, after battles are over, I think he cools down internally, which triggers his need to want to come back. So, seeing as he's entered a nice cold room, he now thinks, danger's over. I can come back now. So, come back to normal form now, I reckon.
How does that happen? How does it look?
It doesn't look pretty. As you can imagine, the stretched skin sort of decompresses, so it becomes all wrinkly, like those wrinkly-faced dogs. It just kind of squishes into Piercy's normal size and slowly molds into a naked Pierce, a naked, greasy, oily Pierce.
Greasy.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, hello, mates.
Oh, Pithy.
Hey, I ain't got any clothes, have you?
Can't say I have. Not that would fit you anyway.
All right. Are there any like cloths or rags in this room that I can like steal and just make like a toga or something?
Yes, there is a very small, dirty piece of cloth that would just about hide your vital bits. Just
Okay.
about like a hand towel. And that was just all like rolled up in the corner.
Yeah. Nah, it looks a bit dirty. I'll just leave it.
Any chance of me doing prestidigitation or anything to give him some clothes? Don't fancy walking around with a naked Goliath.
Don't be so coy, Seb. Come on, it's natural.
Dude, he's bigger than me.
Exactly, to be admired.
Yeah, he shouldn't be admired when it's head height for you though.
You're used to Gorgon crotch, aren't you? I heard the story. I wasn't there, but I heard the story.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't me.
Yeah. What can prestidigitation do?
So this is
Sorry, carry on.
This is a nice. You can tell this room is a nice, safe room.
I've got like traveler's clothes, so I can give him something like.
I can color him in. I can color him in.
Yeah.
I can change his color, make him look. I can't do anything to give him clothes.
If I got like a cloak or something, can use that as an apron or.
Yeah, you can give all of that
Or
stuff to him
sumo
if
pant.
you want. Yeah.
Oh, cheers, Desky.
Well, I'm not ever gonna use it.
So the whole sensory effect, shower of sparks, puff of wind.
I will say in future, lads, it would be nice for you to like take some clothes along with her, just in case I change and everything.
Yes, I'll remember to pack something the next time, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
We'll go check the next town for some loincloths.
Fresh
Yeah,
one.
nice.
Logan goes in this room and spins a little hammock.
Who goes in this room and spins a little hammer?
Logan.
Logan. He is Burvey. He's spinning a hammer.
Hammock.
Hammock. Hammock. He's having a rest. Right, okay, move on.
Oh, he just made that.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't be so bloody lazy, should he? Just wasn't bloody.
You done well, boy.
Moving on, or are you going to go in this room?
So I thought we were in there.
No, I mean, yeah, you're pretty much in there, sort of half in, half
Is
out.
there any investigate for anything useful?
Okay, yeah, investigate.
Investigate for anything useful. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. There's nothing useful in here.
Great. Let's not hang around then. Next room. Follow the spidey sense. Logan, lead the way.
Okay, so Logan goes down to where that T-junction was, and there's a long, narrow tunnel that goes left, and then the narrow tunnel goes right, and it opens up after about 10 feet into another room.
And let me guess what's in that room. We got another Azure and a little flame dude.
No, you've just got one magma well from what you can see here. But if you were to go in there, you might see some more.
But where are the bombs? I must find the bombs.
So the bomb, it does pull you that direction.
There's that Paul fella again. He's here somewhere. Yo, Paul.
I'm over here.
Cool. Walk in that direction.
Okay. Cool. So you walk towards Paul calling you, and you go into this room. One little well, and then it opens up into another huge cavernous area. And on the far side, on the right, it's just a big open tunnel which goes on left and right. But in here, there's a load more wells. There's another Azure walking around, and you can see bombs around another pillar.
Bombs are around a pillar.
Yes. Same sort of setup as you saw before.
Should we go again? Just try to be a bit more careful.
Yeah, sure.
What you see here as well within the room is, so if you're walking in, you see it on the far left in sort of like almost an alcove area. There is some apparatus set up, which looks like a winch and a hole in the ground. A hole which is about 4 foot wide.
If Piercy heads up to the hole and looks down, can you see anything in the hole?
You can, yes. So have you got dark vision?
Oh, let's have a quick butchers. Dark vision. No, it doesn't like it.
No, without. I mean, you got a bit of light from the wells up above, but not enough to see right down to the bottom.
Okay. Cool. All right then. No, nothing there, lads.
The winch is there's a rope on it that goes down though into the darkness.
Oh. Anyone fancy being lowered down?
I start crying because I'm the only one small enough to go down the old one. Like,
Sam, it'll be fine. Just yank on the wire 4 times to come back up.
Is he scared of the
I
dark
ain't
or the
yanking
hole?
on anything while you're not wearing any clothes. Come on then.
So I'll be in the anchor.
You'll be the anchor.
Yeah, I'll be in the anchor.
Good, you jump in the water.
On the end of this, there is like a little swing seat, like a makeshift swing seat.
Mm. Nice. Cool.
Here I go.
And it is functioning. So you go down. Are you taking any kind of light source or anything?
I like one of my candles.
Okay, yeah, candle will do it. That'll light up your area.
That's what I got. I got my 4 candles.
So you lower him down, and as you're lowering him down, he's almost getting to the bottom. Despot, you just look next to you, and Logan is just watching you whilst he is standing on a wall. Right? And you get to the bottom, and the first thing you see underneath you, Seb, is a swirling mosaic of tiles. And when you
that's pretty.
when you hit the ground, there is a tunnel, and it's illuminated sort of halfway down. It goes about 20 feet in, and then there seems to be some metallic objects like a wall or something, possibly a door.
Okay. Yeah, I investigate the room for anything that might even be remotely useful. I'm not going to be scared of anything. I'm just going to walk around.
Okay.
With my candle.
So looking around, you see that this has been dug out. There's excavation equipment around at the bottom, and there is like a shitty little wooden sign where somebody's painted on. What's they painted on?
Should I go and pour some water on Ray?
Tomb of Grad the Immortal.
Okay, I leave. Done. As soon as I read Tomb of, I've gone. Didn't even want to learn his name. Fuck it. Walking out.
That means he's dead. It's fine.
Yeah, no. I've
tomb.
learned my lesson. I'm not an idiot. I know when somebody's dead and I'm standing there, they tend to come alive again. So it's like
no risk, no reward.
Yeah, no. Good night, mate. Take care. See you later.
You go back up.
Yeah, fucking right, I do.
Okay. All right, go back up, and you get back up with the Azure.
Oh, guys, nothing down there. Nothing important at all. No. Nothing remotely interesting. Unless you fancy going and seeing a dead person.
Oh, yes. I would. Right, someone anchor me.
Well,
damn it.
I'll anchor Percy.
Cool.
Mr. Pierce.
Cool. I'll just leap
Percy. Is that Percy Pierce? Oh.
Yeah, I'll just leap onto the seat.
Despot's like gritting his teeth.
Gongo bogey.
This is because I called him Percy.
And you lower down to the swirling. You see the swirling effect on the tiles, and you see the same sign. You look down this 20-foot tunnel, and you see it's slightly illuminated down by this metalish wall door.
Oh shit! I forgot to bring like a light. Seb, can you throw down your candle, please, mate?
Yeah, sure. Catch.
Cool.
It goes out.
Oh fuck! Right. Cool.
You got a tinder box, so you can light it.
Oh yeah, sweet. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I have a tinder box. I don't think I've ever used it. Right. Cool. Right. Relight the candle. That's how candles work. Cool. And I'll head in.
So progressing down this tunnel, you get to a stone bridge which goes over bubbling magma.
Ooh, lovely.
Very hot, obviously.
Mm.
And you get to a metal door, and it looks very angular, the design of it. There's no key, but there is a plaque on the door. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
The plaque is in common, and it says, "Mutter the words to open. The mountain's wisdom can never be known."
The mountain's wisdom can never be known.
Nothing happens.
Fucking thing. Broken. The words, the mountain. Oh, yeah, I've forgotten. I can't read. Right. There's
The
a little bit.
mountain's wisdom can never be known.
Right, I'll try shouting at the top of my lungs. And the mountain's wisdom can never be known.
You wait for a moment. Nothing happens.
Fucking right. There's a little bit of force help. Like a little kick of the door.
Kick it, it feels solid. There is a note on the floor. Some kind of paper.
Oh, I'll take that and have a read. Yoink.
So looking at it, it seems like somebody's been here before. And they've written some things on here, like a list of things. The first one is still peaks. They've lined it out. The next one down is ignorant mountain. They've lined that one out. The next one down is quiet mountain. They've then lined that one out. And then they've put not speaking something, but they've not lined that out. So these look like attempts.
Yeah, not speaking something. Okay. So does that mean if I just don't say anything, it'll open? Not speaking something.
So it said still peaks, ignorant mountain, quiet mountain, not speaking something. Right, as if it's something. He feels like he's close.
Damn, if I was smarter, I could probably figure it out.
Read it again. The mountain's wisdom can never be known. Still peaks, ignorant mountain, quiet mountain, not speaking something.
Everything seems to end in mountain, so why wouldn't it be not speaking mountain?
So the silent peaks can never be, wisdom can never be known. One so stupid. Right, I'll take this note back to the group and just shout it up, see if they have an answer.
Is it a riddle?
Yeah.
Okay, go on. I'm going to write it down now.
The mountain's wisdom can never be known. Utter the words. And then on the note, it says still peaks, which is lined out. Ignorant mountain, also lined out. Quiet mountain, lined out. Not speaking, ... something, question mark.
Yeah, I have no clue, mate. So what do you all reckon? Oh, I'm a PE teacher, not a maths teacher.
I kicked it, it didn't open. We're done here.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Right. Mountain's wisdom can never be known. Mountain's wisdom can never be known. That's throwing me off. Because a mountain's got roots that can't be seen. It can defeat wind. So I know loads of riddles with mountains in it, but none of them are this one.
Mountains was no.
But then one more time.
The mountain's wisdom can never be known. Utter these words, and then still peaks, ignorant mountain, quiet mountain.
Is that still as in still as in?
Still as in quiet as in silent.
Yep.
So still peaks, ignorant mountain, quiet mountain, not speaking something. So just remembering that these are the attempts that somebody's made.
Yeah. So still peaks, ignorant mountain, quiet mountain. A mountain's wisdom can never be known. Why can a mountain's wisdom never be known? Why do mountains have wisdom?
You know, like if you've ever done like an escape room and the people staffing it will get pissed off that you're taking ages to figure something out, so they'll just give obvious hints.
Yeah.
Some may say, check that bloody door. Ah, okay. Ah. The code is fucking 235. Ah, okay, thank you. What is that?
I can't think of, like, my brain, I'm normally quite good at riddles, and Ray's amazing at riddles, as you can see. I'm normally pretty good at riddles, but I ain't got a clue.
Think within the game world. It's something within the game world. You know, it's not like I've made this one up. So
So is it something to do with within
the game world?
This not West March's world.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, Silent Stone, is it? I'll just shout that as a door.
What do you shout?
Silent Stone.
You're up at the top, aren't you?
No, I'm still down at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
I went back to the hole to shout up the clue to everyone. I'll just run back and shout things now and again.
Okay, so you run back and you shout Silent Stone. You hear a voice go, "The mountain's wisdom can never be known. Silent Stone." And it opens.
It's what I was thinking, but because my brain was, I was thinking inside the box, not out of it. Or outside the box.
Outside, yeah. So yeah, think within the game world. But it opens centuries old dust. And inside is a sarcophagus with a staff on top.
Oh, not a coffin, a sarcophagus.
Yes. Stone sarcophagus with like a dwarven king holding an axe. Like in the stone, carved into the stone.
Yeah, Piercy, yeah. Do you need anything? You doing all right, mate? we haven't heard you shouted some weird shit up. It was very murmured. You all right? You all good? Shout out the hole if you need us.
Wrong number. Who's that?
Uh,
So cool. Is there anything around this sarcophagus I can see, or is it kind of just this is the main focal point of this area?
there are some urns and some very old corroded weaponry.
Oh, corroded. Okay. Hmm. I wonder. Does the sarcophagus look openable?
Yes,
Did you say there was a staff on top of the stuff?
on top.
Like a grabbable staff?
Yes.
Nothing could go wrong. Hmm.
Famous last words.
Well, if it does, I'm going to just stab myself with the dagger sword, so that's fine. Dark dagger, I should say, not dagger sword. That doesn't make sense.
I'm currently playing stones. I've got one big stone surrounded by loads of little stones. I'm trying to get the big stone out of the circle.
Cool. I will grab the staff then.
Okay. Grab the staff.
Oh,
I'll try and remove it.
And it's not moved for some time, and it's like the sarcophagus lid has been made to hold the staff, so you just pull it out of its mount. You hear nothing. You look at this staff, and it is carved with dwarven men, one on top of the other. The beards holding an axe, one with like a horned helmet, all the way up, 4 of them on top of each other, almost like a totem.
okay.
That's cool.
Are these bombs still around the post upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. I start doing something with them.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go assist.
They're in the. Are they in that room? Yeah, they're in that room. Okay. So you start touching those bombs. The Azure in the room turns and seems to be enraged by it.
Just so fucking.
Walks towards you with his hammer raised.
Oh. Step in front of Seb.
Okay. He tries to like push you out the way and look over your shoulder.
Why are you so enraged on touching the bombs? Do you want these to blow up? I've just popped in between Despot's legs. Do you want them to blow up? Do you?
He sees that you've stopped touching them, and he goes back to where he was.
Weirdo.
He basically patrols this room. He goes from each well. There's 4 wells in this room, and he goes from each one, like checking them, adjusting valves. Occasionally, he like looks out to another part of the cavern where you can see the glow of other wells, but he doesn't venture that far. He comes back around.
He's not happy about us touching the bombs in his little section.
No.
But they're around a pillar.
Yes.
So if it goes boom, then pillar goes and everything above pillar falls into the freaking caverns. Not an idiot. But as soon as we touch these, idiot Azure is going to think, okay, piss.
Fucking wrong number again. What do I want? Can I answer back in these calls, or is it just listen?
No, it's just listen. That's why
Yeah.
I said shout out the old if you need us.
All right.
Hurry up. This is an arsehole.
Down in the tomb, Mr. Pierce notices that the sarcophagus lid is moving.
Well, time to choose it. Nah.
Knew it was coming.
Yeah, I'm not waiting to see. I'll just head straight back out. Yep.
As you're walking out, you hear the scraping of stone on stone and then a thud as something hits the floor.
Cool. Run faster. Don't even look. Yeah.
You hear,
That's why Seb didn't wait around.
you hear behind you. "Ugh."
This is a
I'm
speed
just going to go
faster.
straight back on the thing. You're there, PC. Told you, shout if you need us. Just give us a shout.
Oh,
Did you hear that, Despot?
Oh, he stubbed his toe.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it'd be all right.
yeah. If there's a gate faster than sprinting, I'll do that.
Yeah, you get to the end of the tunnel, the rope, and you can hear "Ugh" from down the tunnel.
All right, I'm back at the little seat. Someone can pull me up now.
Did you hear that?
I heard something. I didn't quite hear.
Right. Okay. I'll grab little rocks from inside this little well and just chuck them up, and hopefully I can hit someone, get their attention.
Oh.
Despot notices some rocks being thrown up. Yeah,
Who the hell? Who's down there chucking pebbles?
Well, I'm assuming it's Pearty. Maybe.
Ah! I'll
Do
go
you-
make my.
Do you need lifting up, Pearty?
Yes. Hurry up.
Oh, all right then. Go on then.
Alright.
If you think give him a pull, I'm going to go and chat to the fiery headed fellow over there.
Yeah. And I will make my way to put him up.
So you start pulling him up. He's got his feet on the wall, and underneath him, he can hear.
Are you alright there, Percy?
Angry.
Did you catch something down there?
Can you just hurry the fuck up, please? There's it's all right. There's this thing. I'd much rather not see what it is.
I thought that was you.
No, I'm still alive. Please hurry
And
up.
yeah, you get to the top. You can just hear the echoes of this thing at the bottom.
I'll tie it off, just so he can't climb up.
Okay. Very nicely done. So you're up, and you all see that Mr. Pierce is clutching this staff.
Ooh.
Yeah, swanky, isn't it? It's got 4 midgets on it.
Any writing runes?
No, apparently he's got 4 midgets on each other.
No, it's just made up of a carving of 4 midgets, all like crouching on top of each other.
Interesting.
I'm sorry if everyone had autism who's watching our videos. We apologize. We are not insensitive at all.
No, Mr. Pierce's views are not ours.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's very pretty. Did you disturb anybody, to get it?
Well, I heard this growling and I didn't look back, but yeah, there was something definitely down there wanting to get a piece of me after taking this little stick from him.
Oh, that means he's probably waiting below the hole.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if anyone can see in the dark or whatever, but if you look down, you might be able to see him. I don't want to look down, mind you.
No, not overly. But yeah, well, this Azure fella over here. As soon as I touched those bombs, it was like I tried to look for his mum's underwear drawer. He wasn't happy.
Oh. Right. Maybe this magic stick can help us.
Maybe.
So I'll just go over and like swing it at the thing.
Swing it at what? At the Azure?
Yeah.
Magic sticks like, "Ugh."
As you swing it, some visible magic comes out of this thing, and the Azure goes shiny, really shiny, and his flame returns. Momentarily, it goes upright, its posture is upright, and even though it's metal, its muscles seem to bulge and pulsate, and then he goes back to his slumped position again.
Interesting.
All right. Does it seem more receptive to me after this brief kind of
I don't touch the
rejuvenation?
bombs.
Nope.
No,
You go and
okay.
touch the bombs.
Yeah.
He walks towards you again.
What's wrong with you?
Right. If I can stand guard and point the stick at him, does he still keep coming?
Alright, I'll go.
He keeps coming until Seb stops tampering with the bombs.
Piercy.
I'm just gonna go.
doing
I'm
it.
just gonna keep going.
He's like,
Sod this bullshit. Gonna go grab it and bolt to the nearest watering hole. If you want to go come with me, you can come with me.
Okay, grab it, athletics.
Come on, D&D, don't F with me.
Oh yes. Oh,
Because you're
yeah.
running all the way back to where you were, because that's the only place you know where there's water.
That's fine. So that's a 16.
16. Wait a minute. Let's see a minute.
Oh, Despot's gonna blow up.
That's fine.
I also need a sleight of hand. He catches you and grabs the other end of the bombs,
No.
and he raises his hammer at you.
What? While holding on to the bombs?
Yeah, one arm holding the bombs, the other arm, the hammer is raised as you are like almost stopped in your tracks.
But while these two are engaged in this fight, is effectively what it is. Both fairly distracted. Can I sleight of hand to remove the bombs and I'll run with it?
Yeah.
Because sleight of hand is my forte. So I basically want to nick them.
It's gonna have to be good because they're both concentrating on these bombs.
Yeah, don't you worry about a damn thing. I've got my green dice, and I'm actually good at this.
Now it's an 8 on my sleight of hand.
All right. My green dice hasn't let me down, and my sleight of hand is +5. So that is 22.
Okay, at 22, you managed to get it out of his hand.
And I'm just going to go, right, fuck off, Dilla!
After a while, he realizes that they're gone, they've been swiped, and he sees you running, and he starts to run to you.
Oh my god!
Logan, grab him.
And now, oh yes. So he starts to run. Do a ranged attack with Logan.
Dex is a +5, so that's perfect.
So you can have advantage on this because Logan's like basically surprise attacking him.
I've got a really nice new set of dice, by the way.
19 on a dice, +5.
Very good. So you web him where?
So like full on the back, so right area, so there's more restraint to slow him down.
Okay. So the area, in fact, yeah, that works really well. That slows him down, and he's almost just like running on the spot. And now he's like flailing his arms around, trying to find out what's going on. Like, why has he just been stopped dead in his tracks? Let's see where you're running to, Seb.
Seb is booking it as quick as he can.
So you're booking it, and you're heading back. You pass another Azur, but he has no interest in you whatsoever. You go
Why this
through
one did.
where the fire elemental was.
Yeah.
It's not there, and through the tunnel. Give me a sleight of hand check.
17.
17 is good. So the 17, you manage to like hold all these bombs as you're running, like clutching all these bombs, and you make it to the pool.
Lovely.
And I assume you chuck them in.
Yeah, full bore and into the abyss.
And they all plop into the water, and they submerge to the bottom with the others. Nothing happens successful. But this Azur is flailing and is starting to get angry. You can see the fire starting to surge out of his neck and around its head.
It's your problem, not mine. I'm going to casually walk back.
Good to know.
As you're casually walking back and you guys are thinking about what you're going to do, let us have a short break.
Do I have a bucket? I'd like a bucket.
So Logan's got the Azur in his web and he's flailing around uncontrollably. Seb has just dropped the bombs in the pool and he's walking back, taking his sweet time. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna hold my action just in case. Or I just let him go. Gonna go let the Azur go. Thinking that, Seb's gonna be safe from this distance, thinking that it's done.
Okay, so you're gonna let him go?
Yeah.
As soon as the web breaks or is released, he just sprints in the direction that Seb went. He is like, you can see one of the wells flares up as he runs past it, and he's like distracted by it, but then continues running. Seb, you can hear him coming.
Footsteps. Oh no! What shall I do? I'm going to cast because it's what I do. Chaotic. I'm going to cast prestidigitation. Now, I'm going to use it in a different form as what we normally do. Normally, I use it for cleaning stains and things, but not this time. Oh no! Because you can use this almost like you use thaumaturgy. So I am going to use it to the room that I'm in. Have I got a pool of lava?
There's wells around you, yes.
Yeah. Maybe not. They won't do anything big enough.
So he's running, almost just sprinting, and well, you can't see him, but you can hear the thudding of these metal footsteps running down this tunnel. Now, there's where you are. There is so you've come out.
I've got other cave bits to hide in.
Yeah, so let's say you sort of transitioning from the room with the little fire elemental in it. So you were towards the end of that, and then where you were there before, you went left, and there was another Azur which you would run past on your way to getting rid of the bombs. So that's left. The Azur footsteps are coming from straight ahead, and then to your right is another chamber with a pillar, and then even further to your right is a narrow tunnel with the cool air, if you remember.
I'm gonna dive in whichever one's darkest. I'm gonna like combat roll and just sort of lay down in the dark. Just come.
Okay, you combat roll into the cool tunnel then. Let's say that's the darkest one. As the thudding footsteps come along, give me a stealth check.
Yes, because my stealth is amazing, even when I roll shit like that. But I've got the luck of the Irish, so you get to re-roll it.
Oh,
Love that. Oh, what's my stealth? Oh, plus 10. 27.
Oh yeah. Okay. You dive into this tunnel. It's nice and cool in there, and you peer out just to see this metal man sprinting past, back the way you had just come from.
Marvelous.
Very nicely done.
I've got to run back to that room where they are because they're not going to know I'm safe.
So where you are at the moment, you are feeling a strong pull towards the pillar within the chamber that is right in front of you.
Okay, I'm not going to go in there with other guys, so I'm just gonna run back, making my footsteps as loud as I possibly can, going. Roar, like,
What does everyone else do?
Run.
Can I determine if it is metal or is it?
Insight.
I'm such an arsehole. That's all it is. Just roar.
15.
Yeah, you can tell that it's not metal, and they are very small footsteps.
Okie doke. In doing so, I go set a trap.
Oh my god, what is this? You guys are going mad. Killing each other.
Oh, I'm not gonna go kidding.
No, I'm only joking.
So as soon as Seb appears in front of the door,
Yeah.
create water. So I'm gonna hose him.
And he's soaked.
Yep.
And everyone laughs. But as he's holding up his fingers, he dries off because it's so hot in there.
It's like the coat drying.
Still a little bit damp. But it's warm in there.
Come on, you big metal tea kettle.
Now you can all feel a pull back from where Seb's chamber was.
That way, to the left, because
you can feel a pull further in.
Let's go and see Paul.
You can feel a pull.
Yeah, I can feel a pull. Yeah.
You can feel him like he's inside you.
Following.
Don't know. It's campaign.
Never thought I'd
It's
ever
got
do
weird. It's gone weird.
It's gone weird. Hey.
This is weird for me, Nate. I feel Paul inside me.
Yeah.
So as you're transitioning back to this room, on your left, Despot notices that the chamber to the left is massive. It is huge. He cannot see all the way to the end, but there are stalagmites, stalactites all over the place in this chamber, and a large bubbling pool in the middle.
The doorway question.
Yes.
The doorway that I went to, which was like this T-junction where all these other little things. How big is that hole?
The T-junction. What other little thing?
So it's like, when I ran out of that room and I dived into a smaller thing.
Yes.
It must be like an opening going into that cave. So how big is that opening? Like, was it all the smaller ones are off of the big?
So they're all large. It's almost like one. Just imagine this place as a huge, huge chamber with dividing sections of rock, of large lumps of rock, almost making them into their own chambers.
Okay.
But the tunnel that you dove into was a thin tunnel, like an exit or.
Yeah, no, my reason for asking is I was thinking about whether I could create an illusion of like that end of the thing was blocked off, like put a wall there.
All right. Yeah, you could do. You could. That was quite small.
I
the one bit.
I couldn't possibly. I couldn't make it big enough.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was asking how big it was.
So the one that the tunnel you dove into is small. It's like big enough for a single creature to get in at a time.
Yeah, no, but it was like I wanted to put it over like the whole of the end of the cavern.
Ah, right.
So that Azure that ran through,
Yeah.
when he walks back in, he'll just see a wall.
Ah, okay. Yeah. No, that so this part is huge.
Too big. Yeah, that's fine. That's why I asked.
Yeah, we're talking 30 feet across. Yeah.
Well, 30, only 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not as big as. That's not big.
No, this is one of the smaller caverns within this huger complex.
20 foot cubed. Yeah, no. Okay. I still can't do it. But yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Follow Despot into the one where he's looking for Paul.
Is he going in there?
Yeah, I'll go. If it's pulling me in there, yeah.
Okay, so you've got the strong pull that's coming from the way that Seb went, and then there's a pull coming from where you're going now.
It's a strong pull in the cold area.
Yes.
Okay.
So here, this cavernous area now that you're in, this is a big area. You can smell something.
Sorry.
Was it you or Gongo?
I'd almost feel like Gongo would be the kind of guy that would go in with me.
You've got yeah. You notice that there's some markings on the wall which say the pressure chamber.
Pressure chamber.
And as you walk into this room, there is indeed a large, bubbling, murky pool in the middle. That stench, there is a smell. Despot doesn't notice it because he cannot smell. Don't know if you've got any kind of smell receptors at all, but everyone else can smell it, and it is like off meat, off cooked meat.
Oh, okay.
And there are huge. The stalactites in here are huge and piercing.
Cooked meat.
Yes. If you've ever accidentally cooked off meat,
no, it
turns your stomach. It's horrible.
Okay. Yeah, I've smelled a lot of weird things in my time, but that's not one of them. Interesting.
Despot can hear squelching noises from above the mist, and some ooze drips down onto Seb's shoulder.
Yeah, I hear. Yeah, there's something above.
Ew.
Can I see if it's saliva or a living ooze on Seb's shoulder?
It doesn't seem to move in an odd way. It's just gravity pulls it down over his shoulder. Would you like to investigate it with your nature check?
Might as well. A 14.
Okay, it's no living organism, nothing that you've seen before. Of its own, it is warm though. But then again, everything in here is warm.
There's a smell of rotting meat. Something just dripped on my shoulder.
I hear squelching sounds above.
Yeah.
Sorry,
is that pull of the bombs in this bit?
Beyond
this bit?
Beyond. Yes, you can see, actually, who's got dark vision?
Gongo.
Gongo can see something around some stonework, which might be bombs, and he communicates this to everyone here. Another thing you notice is that Logan will not enter this chamber.
No, more fucking spiders.
Might not be as spies. It might be higher up the food chain.
They just drawled on my shoulder. Gongo, what's up there? It got dark vision.
Too much steam. Too much steam.
Hang
No
on,
sea.
hang on. What about now?
You too short.
Oh, ooh, ooh.
No penetrate.
I'll show you penetration. I'm going to use prestidigitation, and I can use prestidigitation to create a puff of wind in an area of 10 foot. So could I go like that and make it
Yeah.
Bend.
create some steam?
You blow up, and
Where now?
the steam parts, and you see Gongo squint, and he goes, "Oh shit!"
I'm guessing that's not good.
Seb, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Oh no!
so I'm okay at Dex.
Not too bad.
16.
Let's have. Okay. As he goes, "Oh shit!" He like stands back, and you hear this from above you, and as if you can almost feel it, as if something's moving through the air above. You just step backwards out of the way as this disgusting slab of meat lands down in front of you. Not a slab, it seems like a slab at first, and as it lands there, it uncoils into like a big, disgusting, slimy worm the size of a medium creature, and these tentacles unwrap, revealing a beak that squeals at you.
It's one of them ones.
At the same time, you all hear from around the room, and another thud behind the group, another thud on the other side, and then the water starts to bubble. This thing goes for an attack on Seb. 21.
Yes.
You take 2 points.
Yay.
2 points as it grabs you with its tentacles. They have like little razor blades on the end of each tentacle, suckers on the inside. It slashes at you, and as it gets in close enough, it tries to chomp you with its beak.
I think I know what this is, but I'm not 100% sure.
For a 9 to hit.
No, 9 misses. Not
So-
that. Not that one.
Okay, cool. So now looking around, everybody can see that there's 3 of these things surrounding you, and you can hear the squelching, and from the pool, a mound of water rises up as a gigantic version of this thing comes out, opens its disgustingly long and bony tentacles, and just squeals at you in an ear-piercing squeal as it can sense fresh meat. Let's roll for initiative. Oh god. Oh god.
What is it?
Oh, come on.
What?
I'm assuming his roll wasn't that great.
Combat music first. Let's get that on.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I want to share. I'm going to share this with you, Ray, and then obviously
Yeah,
you can do the honors.
Like a
of
little
course.
lyric, little flicky click tricker. I know what this is. I've seen a picture of what you described, and I'm just trying to find it.
Don't be looking for weaknesses.
Oh, I'm not looking for weakness. Picture of it.
Right, I'm just trying to.
Dun, dun, dun.
So whereabouts? So Logan's like at the entrance. Doesn't want to come in. We've
Seb's been pissed on. Or
Gongo right next to Seb.
I'll be one next to Seb as well for inspecting the slime on his
Yes,
shoulder.
and
I know what this is, and I can't find it, and it's really annoying. I have seen this before. I know what it is. It's a weird creature.
yes, very,
It's
very
not a carrion crawler. Yes,
No, it's that beak thing.
that's exactly what I was thinking of.
a Grick.
A Grick. I had the ick in my head, and I could for the life of me figure out what it was.
Let's have a look here. So there was one behind as well. Where,
Nearly at it as well.
so Bogey was. I always assume that Bogey and Gongo are near each other.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Pierce, you can be obviously next to Bogey. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Logan didn't want to go in. Who am I missing? Am I missing anyone? You two. No. No, that's it. That's it. Right. Anyone over a 20?
You're funny.
15 to 20?
15.
15. And then that'll be Gongo. 10 to 15?
13.
Come on, you guys are level 5. 13. PSC. And Bogey. And then it will be Despot bringing up the rear
2.
with his sweet ass 2.
Wow. He reminds me awfully of Allbrown.
Okay, right. So straight away into combat. Have you shared it, Ray? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you can see the lava wells around you, right? So you got the lava wells, you got the pool in the middle as this giant version of a Grick has come out. Looks like the mummy. So this Grick, this giant one, has come out of the water and is going to move closer and is going to try and get poor old Gongo. So
Oh, no, Gongo.
Why Gongo?
so
He
it
had
reaches
nothing to do.
down with a squeal and oh shit. Goes for a dirty 20 to hit, which I assume hits Gongo with its tentacles.
Poor Gongo.
Yes, so you are grappled and you take 11 points of slashing damage. So Gongo takes 11 points of slashing damage. It then grapples, so it's grappled Gongo and it's going to try and bite Gongo with a 15 to hit.
I do believe that may hit, but you will have to bear with me. I'm trying to find Gongos. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that does hit.
Okay, well, if it hits, that's another 3 points of piercing damage. Is it piercing from the beak? I don't know. Let's have a look.
Yes.
Yeah, piercing damage from the beak. The tail of this thing comes out on the opposite side of the pool and sweeps around to try and towel whip Seb.
It's got 3
For-
attacks.
Yes, for a natural 20.
Oh, come on. What are the chances?
Which does 11 points of bludgeoning damage to Seb. And as it does that, it smashes the side of its tunnel of its pool that it's in, and it makes the ground rumble, causing all of the wells to flare up. And so the well at the top, that flares up and spits magma all over poor little Logan. Logan, give me a dexterity saving throw. He'll be all right, probably.
Depends how bad my wells are. Because D&D 20 is not liking me. Okay. 23.
23, that's very good. Yeah, so he doesn't take any damage from that because he just jumps out the way, fast reactions, but all of them flare up. And as that happens, you can hear like all these footsteps from the Azures coming in to adjust the valves and redo them, but they don't pay any attention to what's going on. But there's about 3 of them in there just running to each one and adjusting it and making sure that they calm down nicely. But then that goes to Seb.
Fuck you!
What's your name?
Grick! Fuck you, Grick! I'm not gonna piss around with this. I'm just gonna shut up, bitch.
Slap that.
Slap that ass.
Straight on the big one. Not fucking around.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Constitution saving.
Take the damage.
Take the
Wow.
full damage. So
Just take it, accept
if
it.
he's got any. No. 6.
That's a nice fail. Always nice to hear, Mr. DM. Thank you very much. And you are going to take interesting 7, 14. That would be 21 points of thunder damage.
It rears back and screams up to the ceiling.
I want to hit you again, but come on.
Gongo
Uh,
is
hold on.
grappled currently.
Hold your horses. Hold your horses. All my friends are fighting shit. We are gonna die, but I'm gonna help them by giving them another dice.
Very nice.
I don't know.
Bardic inspiration. Then what is it?
I'm actually using Mantle of Inspiration. So
Okay.
everybody's gonna get. Everybody that can hear me is gonna get 8 temporary hit points.
Oh, very
Yay.
nice. 8 temporary hit points. So, do you want to do anything with Gongo? Do you want to try and get out of the grapple?
Oh yeah. I will. I was finishing myself first.
Yeah, sure.
You know, if I die, Gongo's just
Your new character.
yeah, basically. So Gongo is going to attempt to poke the big one in the eye. Just kind of, how's it going?
Yeah.
Okay, disadvantage being grappled.
Oh, do you know what I am? I'm just going to use Gongo's got 3 attacks. I'm just going to roll all the attacks.
Okay, all at disadvantage, yeah?
Yeah, this one. Gongo's good. Gongo's fucking awesome. No, it misses. Oh, well, that's a net 20.
Very nice.
That's right. I got a
Looking for.
Ah! 2 net 20s.
No way.
So double stick damage. Woo, go with a stick. What is he? Plus 3. Oh, 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that with the disadvantage?
Yes, I rolled 2 net 20s on the trot.
Cool.
The first attack missed. The second attack was net 20, then net 20.
Okay, cool.
And then this attack will be his left hook. Which so 18. If an 18 hits, then I'll re-roll, which probably does. Does an 18 hit?
18 hits, yes.
Okay. And then my disadvantage roll will be a 16. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it hits. 2 6. 16 hits.
Woo! Left hook right in the beak. For another 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
One Gongo.
Taking damage. 18 plus.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. So Gongo hits this thing, and it seems to be really his attacks don't seem to do as much damage as he originally thought they would have done.
Oh my god. If you've got magic, use magic attacks.
So yeah.
Damn it. Gongo. No Gongo. And Gongo's got fuck all. He's got a broomstick.
Is that Gongo done?
Yeah, it was his 3 attacks.
Okay. So after that, the creature starts to, the main one in the middle starts to, as if it's about to like sick something up. And then that goes to Piercy.
You're
Cool.
just gross.
Right, well,
Yeah.
I'm not particularly in the mood for going demon mode because it wasn't too pleasant when I was, so I'll leave it for another time. So at the moment, I'm just gonna rage.
So angry.
He lost his job as a school teacher. He still can't get
Red for
Yeah.
rage.
So yeah, so
We
rage.
never did find out why.
No, we decided to time travel instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to be off course, didn't we?
Completely derailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wonder
thanks
how,
to your dad.
yeah. Wonder how Billy's doing.
Probably drunk somewhere.
Right, so I'm going to swing with my great sword at the Grick that's right next to me in Vogue.
Okay.
I'm going to swing for a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Cool, and then that will be a 16 slashing damage.
Yes. That one goes down.
Hey, nice.
Slice it in half with a
Hey.
squeak.
Lovely. And that's it for me. So I'm going to tag in Bogey. And he's going to knock the one next to him now.
Yeah.
And he will He will do a melee weapon attack for a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Nice. And that will be with his Morning Star. If I get the right dice. 5, 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage. Takes it down as well.
Nice.
These are, they look like fresh, young,
Ha, kids.
freshly hatched.
Kill the children.
No, not Anakin. He won't do that.
And that's the end of Bogey's stuff.
Has Bogey got multi-attack? I think he's got multi-attack now.
No, not in the updated one.
I forgot to add that in because Gongo's already got multi-attack, so he doesn't get that. But yeah, Bogey should have multi-attack, so he should have another attack now.
Okay.
Yeah, but Gongo's a monk. He was trained in the quivering hand technique.
Yeah, so he already had multi-attack on his like orc stat block. So it says if you get to that level, then you don't like add another attack.
Okay, well, if Bogey's allowed to do a second attack, then he's going to wander over to that remaining baby Grick.
Yep.
And he's going to do the same thing. For a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Yes. And that'll be an 7 piercing damage again.
7 piercing damage, skewers it.
Yes.
And it goes down.
6 1, and we're done.
Okay. So going back to the middle one, it sees you killing all of its babies, and it has been regurgitating something which it now throws up. So it throws up its stomach contents, and it will do a 15-foot cone. So that will get Despot and Bogey. So Despot and Bogey, as you get thrown up on, give me a Constitution saving throw.
$14 for Bogey. Oops, sorry.
Check this stuff up.
14 and a 9. That was what I heard then.
14 and a 9. Wait, who's the 9?
The spot.
So Bogey will take half of 12, so he takes 6 points of poison damage, and Despot, you take 12 points of poison damage as it throws.
Well, I'll take half because I'm resistant to poison.
And you are poisoned? Are you allowed to be poisoned?
I'm resistant to poison.
Okay, so you're just resistant, so you can still be poisoned.
Yeah.
So you are
immune to disease.
Okay.
Sleeping. So yeah, I can still be poisoned.
Okay, so you're poisoned. All
yeah,
right.
Cool. So take 6, so I'll be on 2 temp.
Okay, and then that will go to Despot and Logan.
Is Logan still afraid?
He's not afraid. He wasn't afraid like he was afraid of the other spiders, so he wasn't actually officially scared.
Okay. So bonus action, as I will summon my flame blade out of my my arm will turn to a flame blade.
Yes.
I'm gonna go towards the creature and try stab him with this flame blade. With the flame blade.
Okay, I believe it's disadvantage if you're poisoned. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Yes, so disadvantage with the flame blade.
Cool. There's a 14 hit.
A 14 misses, unfortunately. Just.
Cool. So that's me. And let's see if Logan can get in there.
So it's just affecting your joints. You just can't get your movement quite as fast as you normally would. This poison has seeped into your body. Logan, with his movement speed of what? 80.
80.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he's rapid.
mm.
He can definitely get there. So where do you want to get him?
I'm gonna go get him as close as possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably up.
On the ceiling, right? Yeah, that's cool.
And he would go try and make a bite.
Orange, so he's upside down. So you want him directly over him, or? Oh.
Where we can go get a chance to take a bite.
Okay, yeah. So be on the ceiling and probably have to go down this web a little bit.
Cool.
Be able to get to the head of it.
18 plus 4. So a dirty 20.
30, 20 to hit, yeah?
Yep.
Yep, he hits.
1d6 plus 1. That's 3 points of piercing damage.
3 points. He can't quite get his fangs in, but he does damage. Oh, he does get the tips in, let's say.
Can you make a con save, please?
Yes, I most certainly can. If he loses this, it's pretty much all over. 22.
Yep, he passes.
Just about.
Yeah, just double my AC.
All right.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right, so this thing is going to bite Bogey with advantage
Oh, Bogey.
for a 20. Oh, sorry, yeah, Gongo. Yeah. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. 22 to hit. Where is it gone? Beak attack. It does 9 points of piercing damage to Bogey. It then goes for a tentacle attack on Seb for a nat 1, so he misses, and then his tail is going to whip out and try and hit Seb again for terrible rolls. 10.
10 misses.
10 misses, and that will end. Oh, in fact, so it screeches out, and you can hear from above.
No.
There's more drop down around you, a lot more.
Boo.
No.
So okay.
I keep forgetting about that mantle of inspiration, guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, when I use it, each creature can immediately use their reaction to move their speed
Oh, all right.
without provoking opportunity attacks. So you can actually use it to flipping run away.
Hmm.
It's really annoying.
Right. So these things, they're all going to attack Mr. Pierce. Apart from the one that's going to attack Despot in a minute. Hang on for a. Come on. So they're all going to go for like tentacle attacks at Mr. Pierce for a 14 to hit.
Yes, the hits.
That hits, and it's going to come to 8 points of slashing damage altogether from all four of them just slashing wildly at you.
Okay. And that halves because of my raging.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 4. Cool.
The other one at Despot with advantage for a wrong 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits. Tentacle attack. Oh no, that's wrong. For 2 points of slashing damage. Nothing. And that's it. That's them over, and it goes to Seb.
Gongo's going to go first.
Okay.
And Gongo's going to try and break out of the grip.
Contested strength.
Gongo's strength is a +2, I think. Oh, +3. Dirty 20.
23.
Oh,
Remains in the grip.
Oh, well, that was his action. Punch him in the face. Which could potentially be a 19. Roll with disadvantage. 19 is with disadvantage.
Can he take an action, his bonus action still if he hasn't attacked?
Yeah, well, it's an unarmed strike. It's not an extra anything.
If it's a bonus action, for monks it comes, you can only get it if you attack.
Well, according to all I've got on here is melee attack.
Okay, I'll give it to you then.
An unarmed strike.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's some flurry blows. You had to go attack.
Yeah,
We can use it.
To use flurry of blows, you use. But yeah, this is just an unarmed strike.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Cool. So it'll be 19 to hit.
Yes, hits.
With a disadvantage, and that'll be a whole. It's a whole 4 points of bludgeoning damage. So the damn thing only takes 2.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts his fist.
Yeah, and then Seb's going to melt his face. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes.
Gotta melt your face.
9.
Cause you failed, but you don't have a face. Sorry, Gongo, this might hurt. But you made the save. Dun, dun, dun. Wow. 12 points of thunder damage.
Oh, yes. So you get that electrocutes it savagely, especially as it's immersed in water. You see it. It's almost loses its grip on Gongo as it squeals to the ceiling.
Damn thing's still alive.
Damn thing is still alive. You're damn right.
Boo!
But you can see where its skin is like seared where this electric has hit it, and it's sizzling. It looks so angry.
Well, my only bonus action is crossbow attack, but it's when you use an attack action.
Well, that is an attack, isn't it? A spell.
Yeah,
Or
but it's
not?
when you use an attack action and attack one with a one-handed weapon. So I didn't attack.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you can't do that, unfortunately.
No. So the only other thing I've got is I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to yeah, to Miss Pierce. Go on, Percy.
Cheers, mate.
Nice.
That's me done.
In its fit of rage, it starts coughing something up.
Sorry, Gongo. You might die.
Piercy.
Cool. Remind me what your bardic inspiration does, good sir.
You now get, because I haven't given a Bardic Inspiration out recently, you now get a D8 to add on to any D20 roll just once.
Hey, sick one. Cool. So Percy Piercy is going to swing with his sword. Actually, yeah, he will do. Well, he's probably missed that anyway, so it doesn't matter. But he actually gets a second attack, which I keep forgetting, and then I read on his things.
You can, depending on what that was, that's where you can roll the D8 and add it on.
Oh yeah, so the one I've just rolled again is terrible, so I'll do D8 now because it was even worse. One. That didn't help. Cool. Cool.
I'm so glad my Bardic Inspiration was helpful.
Yeah. Right, so Piercy just stood there and did nothing. And
Was that both your swings?
Yep. So now it's Bogey's turn.
Wow.
Bogey is going to attack and probably miss. Attack again for a 14.
Which one is he attacking?
He's going to attack
One of the small ones or the big one?
one of the small ones.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the small ones for 14.
A 14 hits.
Hey. Did an 8 hit per chance? That was the other one I did.
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, I thought so. So that'll be a. Let's get the ting up. The ting goes 8, 10 piercing damage.
10. Okay. And he's got a club, hasn't he?
Yes.
Okay, so he just splats that one.
Mm.
Dead.
Nice. And that's all you can do. That's all our turns done.
The big. Oh, right. So at the end of your turn, all the small ones around Piercy take another slash at him for a nat 1, so they all miss him, and then one to Despot for a 13.
Meets it, beats it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Reaction.
Yep.
Bogey reacts. Defender impose disadvantage on attack roll against an ally.
Very nice. I miss.
Yay.
Yeah, so he interjects his shield as this thing tries to slash you and just bashes it back as it like squeals at him. The big one starts to throw up its stomach contents again, starts regurgitating more, throws it up in the same. Oh, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. 15 foot. Let's go. He's going to have to go Despot and Bogey again. Give me a Constitution saving throw as all of this horrible stomach acid comes out of this creature. Dead carcasses of rams that have been devoured. And just weird bubbly things.
5 for Bogey.
11 for Despot.
So you both fail. And luckily, my rolls are shit, so you take 5 points of poison damage. You're resistant to poison, so you take 2. So 5 points for Bogey, and he's poisoned.
Oh no. Oh no, not Bogey.
Is there a condition to make me more poisoned?
No, you can't stack it.
Cool.
So Despot.
And I'll get rid of the one that's behind me with my flame sword. Oh yeah, I gotta make a con save to see if it's still up.
Yeah, okay.
12.
12's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, disadvantage. For a 14 to hit the little one.
14 hits.
It's overkill. 10 points of fire damage.
And you just see all the skin peel off, then the flesh, and then it's just bone and with a beak on the end, and it collapses. Dead.
Cool.
Do you get 2 attacks to that flame blade? Because I thought it was like you summon it and then it basically acts as your weapon.
Bonus action is to summon it, and then I can attack with how many actions I've got.
Oh, so you can.
I've got 1 per action.
1 attack per action, have you?
Yeah.
Thought you level 5.
Yeah, I'm level 5 and I still get 1 attack per action.
Oh, okay.
Druid.
He's a druid. They're not
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah. No worries.
and for reference,
Yeah.
Concentration saves are 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher.
Okay, so 10.
So I beat it. Great.
Yeah, you beat it.
Should I let Logan attack the big one, or pounce on a little, or help Piercy? Nah. Try to do some damage.
Oh shit.
Hmm?
Oh no, nothing. I know where I stand.
What's Logan doing then?
He's gonna go pounce on the little one.
All right. Yeah, go for it.
That is plus 14 altogether.
14 hits.
So that's 1d6. Oh yeah. 2 points of damage.
That's fine. These are babies. You bite it and it dies.
Cool. I think that's my Logan's turn as well.
That's Logan's turn. All right. Okay. So that is the end of Logan's turn. Now, attack on Gongo with advantage,
Oh my god, Gongo's gonna die.
which is 26 to hit. And he's
Reaction.
Oh yeah, go on.
Bogey uses his reaction because he can do it once per turn, so he'll impose the disadvantage.
That is a 14 to hit.
Still hits.
Still hits.
Aw.
Oh, nice try. Nice try.
Gongo, no!
Right.
He's my little buddy. He's been awesome.
That is 15 points of piercing damage
Gongo,
No.
with the beak.
Gongo down.
Gongo's down.
So after being torn into with the beak of this creature, Gongo is just lifeless in its tentacle. It's going to try and attack somebody else with another tentacle attack, and it's going to go for Despot because I think Despot's within range. Hang on. No, you're about 15 feet away from him. So he's going to go for Seb.
Say, leave me alone.
For a 26 again to hit with the tentacle. And the tentacle, I think, is pretty nasty.
Oh, Gongo, man.
That, as it comes down with this huge serrated end, deals 18 points of slashing damage to Seb, and now has Seb grappled in another tentacle. Now, at the end of this turn, he's going to descend with these two under the water.
Oh,
What?
oh dear.
Seb, what's Seb's Constitution modifier?
+2.
So Seb has got, it's 1 minute plus your Constitution modifier. He's got 3 minutes before he runs out of breath. And Gongo,
That's not bad. Gongo's dead.
Gongo is pretty much dead. And as he descends under the water, that's what's going to happen. I'll tell you what, we'll keep them on there, and then you can see where they are, because there's no point. Yeah. Right. And that finishes the creature's turn. The other two creatures around Mr. Pierce are going to try and pierce him, or try and attack him with the tentacles for a 9, which probably misses.
Yeah, misses.
Totally misses. That finishes their turn, and it goes to Seb, who's under the water.
Seb ain't fucking around. Seb's not fucking around. He's not fucking around. Maybe a Constitution saving throw, please.
That is an 8.
It failed again. And I'm going to use second level this time on first level. Making sure that I do this properly. We're going to go with some thunder damage again under the water. Bogey's already dead. Fuck you, you horrible piece of shit. 7, 15. Oh, 21 again. 21 points of thunder damage.
Electrocuting the pool, it hits.
It's not electric, it's noise.
Sorry, yeah, thunder, yeah.
It's noise. And
How
under
many-
water,
what was it,
that'd be
20
great.
20 what?
21.
21. It's in so much pain, it releases both of you, but Gongo is sort of just floating in the middle of the pool. It releases you, releases Gongo, but it's still alive.
That's mad. Two rounds ago, you said if the spider bite gets him, it'll be over. And I've hit it twice with two big old spells and it's still kicking.
No, because if it failed the Constitution saving throw, it would have been paralyzed for 1 minute. That's what I meant, yeah. Okay, and Gongo, I need a death saving throw for Gongo.
And I was going to say, I ain't finished yet.
No.
Oh, he can't hear me because he's unconscious. I was going to give him a bardic inspiration. Can't give temporary hit points to somebody that's dead. And that would be a 2.
Oh,
Fail.
at least it's not a 1.
Takes in some water.
Bye, Gongo. It's been emotional. Can we kill the big one, please?
Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn. I mean, I got a bardic inspiration to give, but, you know, it doesn't seem to go well when I give him out.
I'll have it.
Exactly. I'll save it because I'm running out of spell slots.
The big one, it dives up in a blind fit of rage, and it attacks. It attacks. I can't get to Despot. It attacks Bogey for 17 to hit Bogey
Yes.
with the tentacle. Wait. Bogey takes 18 points of slashing damage, but he does actually have advantage, so let's double check. Yeah, no, it didn't, wasn't it that 20? 18 points of slashing damage on Bogey
Damn. Okay.
as it comes up and just slices with its long, suckery tentacle with a blade on the end.
Hmm.
Then that goes to Piercy.
Okay, I don't mind too much if these little ones get an opportunity to attack on me, so I'm just going to turn around and head towards Mama Grick.
Yeah,
That is her real name.
of course.
And I will swing with my great sword at her. I missed. And this won't miss. It'll be 27.
27 hits.
Cool, right. Let's see if this can finish her off. Yeah. That will be a 10 slashing damage.
Mr. Pierce, describe the kill.
Oh, bastard.
Right, okay. So I on my valiant sprint towards this Mama Girth, I almost lose my footing stepping over the almost dead corpse of Gongo, but I carry on regardless, accidentally stepping on his torso, and using his torso as like a springboard trampoline. I will jump.
No!
I will jump up. I will land double-footed on Gongo's chest. A bit of water will spurt out of his mouth as I do it, and then I'll
Not getting that in as well.
fly up into the air, and then with my nice long great sword, I will slice diagonally through the sternum of the Mother Girth, and she'll flail and fall back into her watery pit where she belongs.
Oh, beautiful. Spitting out disgusting bodily fluids, spraying it everywhere.
Yeah, yes.
Sounds like the girls in Croydon on a Friday night.
Ugh, I love it. Right, that finishes the combat. Nicely finished. And
Gongo, no!
medicine
Hold on.
check.
Hold on.
Make a what check?
Medicine check.
Medicine check. I don't know what my medicine is. That didn't go well. Where's my medicine? My medicine's +2. 4.
4. Fail. Gongo.
I will.
Saving throw.
I'll go up to him.
Wait, let's see what Gongo's saving throw.
Oh, if it's a 1, Gongo dies. It's not a 1, it's a 3.
God, I was holding my breath then.
Ooh.
I will quickly go up to him and place my hand
On his
and
groin.
will cast Cure Wounds
Go in.
at level 1.
Alright, good. Good. And what does he? How much hit points does he get back?
As he gets it, that is max, so 12 points of healing.
Ah, very nice.
As a little shock charge will go to his chest.
Defibrillate him.
Yep.
What the fuck happened?
No,
I
he
saw my mummy.
he looks up actually. He looks up and he points over to what he saw before all of this happened, and he goes, "The bombs! The bombs!" And you guys look over and you can hear, and we'll end it there.
Oh, awesome.
What? So the bombs are underneath?
So he saw the bombs before you started all this.
Oh, crap.
He saw something that looked like a set of bombs.
And now the bombs are making a hissing noise.
Oh, I already...
By the time we get back here in a week, they're already going to have blown up. So, yeah.
Yeah, because time continues.
So, new characters, name lads?
Carries on.
Yeah, they've been dead for days.
Yeah. You missed your own funerals.